Hello and welcome to the first video for the Framing the News painting. My name is Eric, and today we're going to be talking about taking a canvas that I've taken a little bit of time to sketch my composition on. Notice it's not super intricate. I did about 5 to 10 minute sketch here. This is a patient getting a COVID test. Here's a nurse all scrubbed out, and then here's the test and the patient here. Notice I really haven't spent that much time. In this first stage, you don't want to take too much time laboring on that underdrawing. You want to let the painting process take care of that. And even if you want, after the first underpainting, you could come back and sketch again and really refine space if you wanted to. But we're going to try and do more of a loose application and trust the paint. I still have my leftover palette from my local flavor painting. I'm going to use my leftover palette to prime my canvas here. I might even be able to salvage some of the larger amounts of paint in piles and transfer it to a new palette paper in the next video, but we'll get to that. Okay, so I'm taking colors that I already have. I realize that you don't have the composition here, but it's a pretty simplistic composition. The background is fairly washed out. So I'm, once again, always going back to front, thin to thick. And my color does have a fair amount of white in it, but that's okay. Once again, the goal is just to get away from white. So when we start painting, it's easier to lay down layers. Okay, this is coming across. Yellow might be a little bit heavy, but that's all right. I'm not worrying. It's going into my subject here. Remember, in the underpainting stage, it really doesn't matter. I just want to get paint on canvas. And I'm sort of haphazardly picking colors here. You notice that there's some gradations that probably don't exist in my painting. I am trying to look for minor value shifts and sort of try to place those. But I'm just using whatever I have left, moving through. I'm not even going to clean my brush in between colors. My subject over here, he's much darker. So we're going to get a first coat here. I'm not sure where his shoulder goes, but it doesn't really matter. He's got his mask there. I sort of planned that out, for better, for worse. Got a little bit of a darker hair too, so we're just going to bring that all the way up into the hair. Got a little space here, so I'm just going to fill it in, even though I know it's going to be much lighter than that. Okay, keep moving. His mask is sort of an off green. So I'm going to get a little bit of green and a lot of bit of white. Just going to get something going there just to block it out. And then he has his skin tone as well. Skin tones from what you have might be difficult. So I'm just going to try and mix sort of an off brown, and once again, really not worry about it. We're going to be talking about, in another video, how to mix skin color, different skin tones. But for now, we're just going to come in, and we're just blocking out the painting. Don't forget his mask is on top. Okay, he's looking good. Now we have the scrubs of the nurse. Sort of an odd color. Maybe we'll get the glove first. He's got the blue surgical glove on. Pretty bold. That might be way too bold. But we're just placing it. comes down a little further. Okay, a little heavy, but that's all right. And then, yeah, the scrubs are kind of a weird color, sort of semi-transparent. I think I'm just going to be blocking it out. Sort of a mixture of tones here. That arm comes down all the way across. When in doubt, if it starts getting real messy, just add more white. It'll level out. Now, I don't think this color is that close to what this final painting is going to be. But as I've said in previous videos, it really doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get that first coat down. And we're trying to use a little bit of our leftover paint so that we don't waste it before we change palettes for this next painting. We have skin tone, mask, and then she's wearing sort of a beanie. So we'll put the beanie on here. And skin tone's gonna look remarkably close to that beanie. That's okay. Just marking it out. She needs a little bit more red into this. That would be more close to a skin tone, maybe. It doesn't matter. Add that little pink in there. I think it'll be nice to get a little bit of an underlayer of a warmth. We'll talk about underlayers. We'll talk about actually painting skin colors in another film. We're just trying to finish this up as an underpainting. Okay, so we have the mask on front. Just gonna make sure things, where they leave their borders, be a little bit larger than they have to be. Get sort of a turtleneck on too. And her mask is, I think, the N95 actual white mask, something like that. Okay, so pretty quickly, we've gotten a nice little underpainting here. There will be, obviously, lots of details that we're going to be adding as we continue, but in about 5 minutes there, we got an underpainting that we can let dry, we can continue to work in as we move through to the next steps.